Shout out the Milwaukee Bucks for getting the dub. This was more a conversation of how do you feel about all the head coaches getting fired?
I think it's cowardness of the GMs to bring in a guy, and then move a team around him to their liking, and then when the coach doesn't get it done, they don't take any blame.
What head coaches do you think shouldn't be fired and should have gotten fired?
Monty shouldn't have been fired.
I agree. That wasn't his fault.
We'll go back to Dwayne Casey. Shouldn't have been fired. That because he won. That's when he won Coach of the Year. You gotta start firing these guys when they win Coach of the Year.
I think he needed to get fired.
I don't think so. Because he had just won Coach of the Year. Now I understand they ran into Braun as a juggernaut. Imagine that team with Dwayne Casey. They get Kawhi. Like Nick Nurse landed into a Steve Kerr position where you didn't really have to do a whole lot. All you had to do was actually coach. You didn't have to worry about personalities or anything because the personalities were already there.
There was something. He did something to DeMar DeRozan that
I don't think that's on him.
You got to clear the. I think for locker room sake, you got to clear the room when you bench the superstar, and it actually works, which is a problem. So DeMar DeRozan had to go.
Yeah.
That now is messing up.
But do you think?
I think I would have had to fire.
Do you think that's fair to fire a coach that just won Coach of the Year for you? I understand that you got beat by the best player. Like,
I'm not saying that's why he got. I don't agree firing him for them losing to Bron. I say that he has to get fired to clear out the whole like we ran the course with this team. You bench DeMar DeRozan, and benching the superstar is kind of crazy, and now the locker room may look at you kind of different, may look at you kind of wild because they're cool with DeMar. So we just need to make a clean slate. Like, it's not fair. It's kind of the same with Monty to me. Like, Monty's wasn't fair, but if you rock with DeAndre Ayton, it's like somebody got to take the fall, bro, and we can't keep you and DeAndre. Whereas the Raptors case, they just got rid of both.
I just don't like when that happens to good coaches. You know, like coaches that should be getting fired are the ones that are not doing well with the teams.
Yeah.
If you're getting your teams to the playoffs and they're 1, 2, 3 seeds, I understand that the expectation is, okay, you need to win a championship, but like it takes time, man. Like Mike Malone, Eric Spoelstra, like Pop, obviously, but like winning championships is one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, not everyone wins a championship.
And so like to give a coach 3 years, 3-4 years of them winning and them like being so close, and then being like, all right, we're just going to jump ship. It doesn't work out for all teams like that. Like, you're not going to get a Steve Kerr. You're not going to get a Nick Nurse situation. You're not going to do it. You're not going to get a Ty Lue situation. Like, these coaches, these GMs and these teams that are firing these coaches super early is just...
Who else do you think shouldn't have got fired? I agree with Monty. I just understand Dwayne Casey, but I agree.
I think Budenholzer probably should have got kicked because of how they lost. I think that he had to go. Doc had to go. No, Doc. It was over for him. It was over.
Even though James Harden played terrible?
Man, I don't give a damn about that, man. I don't care, bro. He's just like KG and Paul Pierce. He hangs on to that 2008 championship with his life. Like, listen, Doc Rivers is a hell of a coach. Hell of a coach. Been around this league for a long, long time. He was with the Celtics way, 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 way before they got KG and all them. He hasn't been back to a finals since 2008. With these caliber of teams that he has.
Nah, losing to the Hawks, that was crazy.
The Clippers back then, like
the playoffs exposes everybody, players and coaches.
And it's like Doc deserved to go.
Adjust.
What? Who else got fired?
Adjust. I gotta get my rant off on Doc. Game 6.
I can't stand that.
Bro, Game 6. When Jason Tatum had his game, 5 minutes left, both teams are extremely exhausted. I think the Sixers are up 1 or very close game.
You're up more than just 1 going into that fourth quarter.
No. I'm just talking about the last 5.
Oh, okay.
You can see both teams are tired. Joel Embiid is not trying to take the game over. James Harden's giving it to Tyrese Maxey. They're like, yo, and you can tell every team is tired, but you have the lead. This is a game 7 for you. You don't want to go back to the Boston Celtics. Call a timeout. Mm-hmm. There went back-to-back possessions where the Sixers didn't score, Celtics didn't score, Sixers didn't score, Celtics didn't score, Sixers didn't score, and then Jason Tatum broke the valve open by hitting a 3, and I'm like, Doc, are you going to call a timeout, bro?
Yeah, man. No.
You've blown leads before. Bro, call a timeout. Stop with this. The team will figure it out. Oh, snap. I don't hit the mic. Like, stop with the team will figure it out. They're veterans. They'll figure it out. Bro, call a timeout. Reset your players. And, yeah, continue. Though.
I think everybody was – I think everybody knew that if they didn't win the championship this year that he was gone. That was the conversation at the beginning of the year. If he don't win, he's gone. So that's not a surprise.
Yeah, he deserved it. He deserved to fire.
Who else got fired? I feel like there was one more guy that – or was that it? No, that was Mike Budenholzer.
Which I agreed with.
Monty. Doc.
I understood. He shouldn't have, but I understood.
Yeah, I mean –
Monty was like –
those are the big ones. Those are the big ones because those are from big teams that were successful in the regular
What about
season.
the Rockets head coach?
Silas, I mean, listen, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for Udoka to go in there as well. I don't think that it was Silas's fault. I think that playing with that young core of guys where, they're like we talked about last time, these young guys come into the league and they think that they deserve everything. So, you got Jalen Green and you got, Kevin Porter Jr., Kenyon Martin, Sengun and everything like that. Like, they think that they deserve everything. So, like, it's hard to rein those young guys in. I'm sure they don't listen to them. I'm sure that they don't respect him. But, like, that's not Silas's fault.
Okay.
So, I think it was better for Silas to get up out of there, go get an assistant coaching job under, a good head coach. Go learn more. That way you can come back as a better head coach.
Okay. I like that.
Because I think that he has the prowess to be a solid head coach. He can.
Against, like,
so, I'm not upset about that one.
Okay. Oh, I think the last one is Nate McMillan from the Hawks.
Yeah, he had to go.
Really?
Deserved. Yeah, deserved. They had to pick either Trae Young or Nate McMillan.
That's fair.
You got to pick your superstar every time. Yeah. Every time. And unless you have a coach like Eric Spoelstra, where LeBron is like, yo, I don't fuck with Eric Spoelstra at all. Like, I really don't like him.
Well, that was like his first year there too, though. Like he was
signed. That's when that was LeBron's last year, right? Why he didn't re-sign. A big part of it was Pat Riley was like, you can kiss my ass. Like, you're not bigger than this team, Bron. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, you are.
That was like beginning.
That was right after they lost, and Bron was like, "Yo, we need to get rid of Spoelstra. He's not the coach." And Pat Riley was like, "No." So unless you have a coach like Spoelstra, who's proven that he's a top 5 NBA coach, all time, I would say, all time top 5 NBA coach, then, but Nate McMillan's not that guy. So you gotta, and Trae Young isn't LeBron either. So like, I don't want that to get construed either. That's
I just don't. I don't really. It just seemed like management maybe didn't give him the power, or it's hard to humble dudes. Like, there seemed like there was some problems going on, and like Nate always tried to like manage it. Like, he had the power, but then he didn't have the power enough to like bench, bro. It looked like Trae Young needs to humble himself. To be honest with you, he got a
little bit. Been hanging out with Quavo too much. Turn him into ice tray.
Hey, once you're the superstar though, like you do make the big money, it's hard to humble a kid. So, shout out head coaches. We kind of agreed on a lot of head coaches getting fired. Yeah. We not even agreed. We understood more
with Monty.
Yeah. It's just tough. I think Duke coaches do get blamed. The players do need to receive blame. James Harden definitely choked, but Doc Rivers was definitely out. And Monty, they made the decision to keep DeAndre, so that was when it was basically his job was out of there too. Yeah, so over. It didn't make sense. Our last topic for the day, play the clip right there, is our favorite.